Man, as I'm literally recording a Ben Simmons video. As I am literally recording a Ben Simmons video. I don't want to stay here too long because I want to finish this. I can just redirect the video because a lot of the info in the video, I'm pretty sure, um, pertains to this. Hold on, Ash. Jesus, give me a second. Before we do a bunch of just yelling in here, let me kind of inform everybody on everything. We make this very guided and directed.
Wait, Lo, real quick. I just want to say this was all very obvious from the moment Katie got hurt. If anyone has played even like remotely close to what's happened like with the Nets over the last year, you know that they didn't want to pay this nigga, right? And they certainly weren't gonna pay the nigga if the Nets were gonna start losing games after Katie gets hurt. They didn't want to pay him last year, so why would they pay him this year? That nigga, he probably sensed that they didn't want to pay that nigga, and that's why he's requested out. Anyways, Katie's out.
Am
NMZ
I
fucking
bugging or is
calling me.
that
What
just
the
him?
fuck? No,
Yeah.
NMZ fucking called me, nigga. I don't know
Okay.
why this nigga called me. I told that nigga to come spit, but I'm about to bring niggas
Nigga, the
up.
Ben Simmons fan, the Ben
Katie's
Simmons
out of here in
video.
6 months. I hope Nets fans have enjoyed their 3 fucking years of not being the garbage shitty franchise that they are. It's fucking
Also,
over.
let me
And I'm
wait,
peaking.
wait, 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 wait. Nigga, Jesus, wait, hold on, wait. All right, so for those who don't know, news just broke from Shams like literally 7 minutes ago. Brooklyn Nets All Star Kyrie Irving has requested a trade. League sources tell the Athletic and Stadium. The franchise has been informed that Irving's preference prefers to be moved on the February 9th trade deadline, or will leave in free agency in July. Um, I can't say this publicly. I'm pretty sure some people who are part of the Discord knows what I'm about to say, but this is something that honestly wasn't that much of a surprise. Probably um, a bit more optimistic when Kevin Durant came out playing the way that he played, and it was looking really really great for this franchise. But boy, this has been a long time coming. And once KD went down, I really think that it really expedited the inevitable with this franchise, and I think it has more to do to KD as well. I think a lot of it has to do with Ben Simmons. I think a lot of it has to do with the dysfunction in the front office. But more importantly, I think that a lot of it just has to do with the fact that, and I keep saying this over and over and over again. I cannot stress this enough to people. I can't. I'm not going to say what has been said in private, but
Yeah, Chris
everything.
Haynes just reported that the Nets couldn't get to an extension with Kyrie, and now he wants to leave.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
everything has been pointing to this direction for basically the last 8 to 10 months now. And again, it goes beyond the contract extension with Kyrie. It goes beyond Kevin Durant. I think a lot of it just has to do with the makeup of the roster and how Kyrie is being valued on this team, and what Kevin Durant looks at this roster and what he sees. And Kyrie is somebody who is without a doubt who's going to stick by his beliefs and who he think he is in this league, which is fair enough. I think he's deserved that right and that ability to do so. And if you are a franchise in Brooklyn who wants to stay packed and believes that the value of the roster that you're building around, there's no way you're going to bend over backwards to give a 30-year-old or 31-year-old guard everything that he wants, and you can kind of take it how it is. But hold on, my bad. Man, Caleb is calling me at the wrong time. Um, my belief on this was last year, and it was this year, and it's going to continue to be this way. Is that as great as his roster has turned out to be, as great as there's been a turnaround, as great as um, the coaching shift has been, as great as the effort has been defensively, that this was a roster that was just not going to be able to compete for a championship. Some of it had to do with lack of depth. Some of it had to do with personnel problem. I
A
think
lot of it had to do with Ben Simmons.
I was gonna say this as well, and as many people want to say it, and funny enough, I'm literally in the middle of recording and finishing a Ben Simmons video that I was gonna upload today, but I had to scrap it. But a lot of it had to do with Ben Simmons. I mean, a lot of it, and I
So
don't
what he the worst?
say it again. A lot of it had to do with Ben Simmons, and I hate to put it on his doorstep, but I mean, from what I know, not only publicly but privately, I mean, every let me say this, and I said this before the season started. I'm gonna say it again. Everything that I know about who Kevin Durant is as a player and what he wanted as a player and why he left OKC and the decisions that he made is completely in line with why he would never want to play on a team with Ben Simmons. It's the reason why he got tired of Steve Nash. And it's the reason why, if you cannot bring Kyrie Irving to a contract extension, it just makes no sense for me to be here anymore. And so, once that had already set in stone, I applaud KD because even though he made his gripes in the offseason, he didn't sit out. He played. Not only did he play, Kevin Durant played some of the greatest basketball of an illustrious career and gave great effort defensively and saw improvements playmaking. Another video that I wanted to make, but here we are with him getting injured and now potentially going to be moved. Um, but the biggest thing, and I cannot reiterate this enough, the biggest thing is that this whole situation has deteriorated the way that it has in large part, and I do mean in large part, to that Ben Simmons and James Harden trade. I think once that trade occurred, as optimistic as I attempted to be on the idea that Ben Simmons is going to be on this roster and he's going to be able to be a functional piece and still compete for a championship and aid this team, the reality is that KD and Kyrie still find themselves on rosters. In particular, KD finds himself on a roster where he is having to be overly dependent on, which is something that he did not want to be on, which is why he left OKC in the first place and why he gave a lot of praise to that Golden State Warriors organization. And if I'm Kevin Durant and you're telling me that you cannot come to a conclusion with Kyrie Irving on a contract extension, even though James Harden is now no longer here, even though you moved off of several pieces to not, so you didn't want to be financially obligated to certain players such as DeAndre Jordan, it makes no sense. And I think Kyrie also knows, hey, if you're not happy, I'm not happy. What's the point of us both being here any longer than what we have to be?
I don't
And
think it, I don't think it's just that low. Like I think you are like underrating how much KD's injuries has affected this. Like and
and that is
Kyrie
and that is true.
and like I think a lot of this, like I think that has a part to do with it. But I think if Kyrie hadn't like done the things he did throughout the course of his Brooklyn tenure, right, he would be looking at a contract extension right now, and he wouldn't
And
have
that
asked for
and
a trade.
that's I agree with you, but however, the reason why I look I let me say this because
Like
I'm always
you're right. Like that has a part to play in it, but like I think a big part of it is that they just don't want to. Like you just Chris Haynes just reported, they don't want to give him an extension. That's why Kyrie had to leak that shit out before he played the Warriors. Like, yo, I want an extension. I want to be here. All that stuff. Joe Tsai saw that shit. He saw them lose some games. He's like, nah, I don't want to fucking pay you. We're losing games when KD's not here. Kyrie's like, okay, I'm out of here because that
but
was the original
and
reason he wanted out in the first place last summer.
and that's fair. I'm all for because I definitely made fun of that front office and ownership when they were bending over backwards for all the things that he did. But you're in a situation now where you kind of don't have that many options. I mean, let's just keep it a beam. And so
I can retweet the pin tweet.
if it's going to happen, you might as well have done it in the off season, bro. Like we are this deep into the year, and fair enough, you may still get back what you want to get back. However, bro, the Simmons situation is worse than what it was before the year started. I would argue the Simmons situation is as worse as it has ever been. What you're going to receive for Simmons will be little to nothing, if anything. What you're going to receive, the only upside to all of this is that the value for Nick Claxton has risen immensely. But outside of that, bro, you're arguably in a worse situation than where you were before. Durant is hurt. And sure, teams will still trade for Durant, but Durant is hurt. Kyrie is still in a situation where you're going to get, if whenever he gets traded to, he's going to get traded to the team for half a season. And let's just call a spade at this point. Kyrie will be going to the Lakers. I know that many people don't want to
He's
hear
coming
that
to
shit.
Philly, my nigga. He's
Facts,
coming to Philly, my
No,
facts.
nigga.
no,
We
no,
we
no,
going
no.
all the
This
way,
nigga,
my
Nah,
this
he's
nigga.
nigga
coming to
wants
We
LA,
Kyrie
my
to
going all
go
the
boy.
way.
so bad, bro. He's not going
Kyrie
to
will
LA,
be
nigga.
no. Kyrie will be
Kyrie
wearing
will
that
be a
purple and gold.
Philadelphia
He will be
76er,
No, he
my
wearing the
won't,
Yes, he
nigga.
purple
nigga.
and
will.
gold by the end of the
And
trade
and
deadline, my
and and
nigga.
the only reason why I say that is because there really isn't any other options. The nigga is on an expiring contract, bro. And the Lakers are desperate enough to give them everything they want. Hey, you wanted draft picks and you have another expiring contract, so you still keep the cap flexibility. I'm willing to give you that for an expiring Kyrie. There's not another fucking team in the NBA who can give them more. There's
You cooked
none.
me. You
Can
cooked
we
me.
can we can we can we talk about the fact that this nigga Ben Simmons, like, his career changed because of the, like, inability to look at the rim? Like, isn't it crazy how, like, you can decimate a
Man,
franchise
let
He
me let me
tried
let
because
me
you
get
don't
matter
decimating
of
want
it
to
fact.
too,
add a
KB.
piece?
It's insane.
Let me give a little bit of the sauce out
What do you
there.
say,
I
Ash?
said
Let me
He
he
might be. He
decimated
might have the
both
worst
teams.
contract of all time.
let me give a little bit of the sauce out there. Just because unfortunately this video is gonna be fucking scratched. I mean, just listen to this fucking prophetic fucking moment. The one entity that I was extremely optimistic about was Ben Simmons.
Hello,
Because in
leak.
my opinion, the 25-year-old guard won. Oh man, I can't believe I had to fucking scratch this video. Look, the Ben Simmons in every aspect was given the world in this situation and still failed miserably. Um, and it's not just. And I said this in the video. Fuck, I'm so mad that I can't upload this video. It's not that Simmons, like KB just said, is not a good shooter, because the fucking thing that bothered me and it irked me to my core is when I heard people compare Simmons to someone like Giannis and say, "Oh, you just put a team around him like Giannis, he'll be the same thing like Giannis." It irked me to my core when I heard people say things like that, because there's a difference between you not being a good shooter and somebody who just doesn't shoot at all. Ben Simmons just doesn't shoot at all. So far this year, Simmons has only attempted, I want to say, I think the number was like 15 shots outside of the paint. I'm sorry, no, let me take that back. 11 shots outside of the paint, and he's only made 3 of them. Simmons has more fouls and made field goal attempts. Simmons has already racked up 21 offensive fouls, and many of which are moving screens. He's having a career low in points, rebounds, assists, steals, field goals made, attempts, all of those. A career low across the board. The worst year of his career, and he's having the least amount of responsibility on the team. And it's not as if like we can sit here and say that Ben Simmons, his impact reaches beyond the stat sheet. I wish I could say that, but he doesn't box out. He doesn't hustle. The defense is lacking as well. And once more, he can't even set screens correctly because he sets illegal screens left and right. And so, and again, man, it's so many things, and I knew that inevitably this was still in play because of the makeup of that roster, in particular playing alongside Ben Simmons. There's no, and in terms of Kyrie and Durant's mind, there's just no way that y'all can sit here and not give Kyrie an extension, knowing the makeup of this roster is still extraordinarily dependent on both he and I producing on a night to night basis. And
And
as
they are.
and as
And they
great
are.
They're
as
telling me
and as
they're
great
okay
as
with losing KD. Like they don't care about this shit no more.
Well, no, no, obviously.
you're going to lose Kevin Durant now
But they didn't
anyway.
care. But yeah, that and then we circle
No,
back
that's
to
what I'm
why
saying.
didn't
They
you
don't
just trade?
care.
Why didn't you just trade these niggas in the summertime if you never wanted to give
That's
Kyrie
all
the
I'm saying.
contract?
You
Well,
could have
I ain't
just
gonna lie. I
traded
ain't
him
gonna lie.
during
I
the
think the
summer.
shit that happened earlier this year plays a huge part in this.
No, because at that point in the summer, we already had a long history of what Kyrie does, right? To a team on a regular season basis, right? So at this point, I don't know why you'd come into the year expecting anything to be different if you're the Brooklyn Nets, right? And you're already that
But
bad.
he's been rather consistent,
That,
Ash.
but
He's
that,
been
but that's
rather
what I'm saying.
consistent. Like,
But
in
no,
terms.
but it doesn't really matter if he's been rather consistent this year, right? I'm saying like we already saw what he was coming into the year. So if you thought something was going to change, why didn't you give him the contract extension then? And if you didn't think something was going to change, why did you keep him on the team and not trade him?
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
That's fair.
You
That's
should have
fair.
traded him last
And
summer.
so that and even if you want to say that as time progressed, even with the Kyrie situation, because of what happened early on this year, you could even argue his value got worse. So yeah, I agree. This is why
his value definitely got worse, man.
exactly. And so that's why many of us were saying in the beginning of the year, bro, it's either one or the other. If you're going to trade him, that's why I kept being so adamant
Now you
about
don't
it.
even have like a full year of Kyrie. You have 40 games of the regular
But
season.
No, you got like
that's
it's
like
like third.
that
It's
big.
like more like 25, 27, like for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're like
because I don't
50-50
think they're gonna
games
trade
this
him
No, no,
before
no.
season.
I
this
think I
point.
think I think it's more than that. I double check. But that's why I was so adamant over the offseason where it's like, bro, if you're going to do it, blow the team up, bro. And people thought that I was being hyperbolic, but that's the reality. There aren't, and I know again, I know there's certain things that y'all don't know that has been passed around behind the scenes, bro. Blow it up, bro. There's just no rhyme or reason to keep it together if you're not going to come to the conclusion. And that's why I've tried to keep telling y'all, bro, but it doesn't make any sense. Blow the team up. Even if you thought you might have another roll at the dice, if at the end of the time, at the end of the day, if you were not going to give Kyrie Irving the contract extension, then blow it up. But you waited. You waited for what? Even though the conclusion was the same. And I understand what you're saying, Ash, that KD's injury played a huge part of it. Sure enough, it may have expedited or
But
revealed
I
some
will
truths
say it is
in which
pretty
you could have
funny
been
how
denial about.
KD's injury kind of caused two stars to leave. Not that KD's the reason they left, but
No, no,
yeah,
no,
like
no.
that's
But
pretty
but but
funny.
but I think
He was
anybody who
going
could have
before
seen the
that, bro.
roster.
Kyrie
No,
was
no, I
going
know
before
he
because
was,
Yeah,
but
the
I'm
he was
saying
COVID
done.
thing happened
Yeah,
before the
I
injury, bro.
Niggas were already
nah,
mentally
bag.
you
I'm
could
not.
prepared.
have.
No,
Stop
bag,
talking
He
bag.
before he
wasn't
got
Bag.
hurt.
staying
I know
after
he
this
was. I
contract
know
was
he was.
over.
I'm just saying KD's injury kind of like it propelled everything to get to where it was 2 years in a row.
You could have seen this happening though from a mile away,
Yeah.
and fair enough. You don't know until it happens, but damn, I gotta. If you again, I'm gonna keep saying it, nigga. If the team is constructed in a way in which we are overly dependent on these two players performing, and then you're not going to pay one of the niggas, what are we like? Like we keep getting back to this point. What are we doing? What are they doing? What are we doing? If it's still constructed in that manner, what are we doing?
I think it
Man, I
also
love this
highlights
shit.
the
I
major
love
difference.
this shit right here.
What do you say?
I was going to say, I think it also highlights the major difference between the 21, 22, and 23 Nets. When this saga is like officially over, Nets fans are going to look at that 21 season and be like, man, what could have been? Because when they had the injuries in 21 to KD, or for anyone for that matter, it never looked like this because they had functional role players along their stars, and it made sense on the floor. 22, the roster Sean Marks put together, that shit was nasty. So when KD went down and Kyrie wasn't there, and Harden was clearly injured and should have been on the floor, they were awful. And now you see it right now. You're losing games to contenders by 40, 50 points while KD's out. And Kyrie's not going to get paid. Why would you
Even
want to be
even
there?
then, like, yeah, even then though, NMC, like, the team doesn't even look like, it looks like as if like Kyrie, no, I was about to say Kyrie and KD are like forced to like be engaged because they look mentally checked out. Like when you watch them, you could already tell, right? Even though
KD
KD and
gonna look
Kyrie
engaged
been
in Memphis though. You don't worry about it.
But
KD and Kyrie been balling, but
Definitely.
like you can tell in terms of the team, like it just wasn't gonna click, even though they were actually moving like really
Well,
good
yeah,
during the
because
year.
like
But I
NMD
was,
said,
but
like a
that's my
lot of it was because they relied on KD. Really, it was really just KD. Like they were relying on KD to be some absurd basketball player for them to be a competent
And he
team, and
was,
which he
But
and
is.
he was.
we weren't having this discourse when they won 13 in a row.
Because
That's why I'm
KD was
confused. If
playing
this is a
out of his
basketball
fucking
thing,
mind. That's
Nigga,
I
why.
because KD was
These
understand.
playing
niggas
good,
literally
bro.
having
KD
the
was
best
wait,
playing
season
wait,
of
out
his
of
wait,
his
wait.
career
mind.
right now.
Stop.
Wait,
How
Chubb,
Calm
Chubb,
how
down.
Chubb,
long?
Calm
Let me
Chubb,
get to
down.
my
Chubb,
point
Like
on the
Chubb,
let's
Chubb.
basketball
be
thing,
real.
and then
Like
I'll
Wait,
help
like
you.
let's
Chubb,
just keep
Chubb.
this a
Give
buck.
me one
Rob,
sec.
wait,
Hold on, hold on. Let me get to my point.
I want to direct, I want to
This nigga's
directly
yelling.
and semi indirectly address what Chubb said. You're right. We weren't, but the reason why we weren't was because it was still under the understanding, or at least this is my understanding from what I know. The understanding was we're doing all this because when Kyrie is there, it can propel us to where we need to be in terms of title contention, where I think we all thought that this team was going to be able to peak as a unit. But again, even when it was 13 in a row, and I excuse me, and I thought that KD at that time was the second in MVP race, in my opinion. Even if he wasn't
He
second
was
or
the
third, whatever.
MVP of the league at that time. We can keep it
That
above.
that
He
if
was
you
the
some
MVP.
people say he was, but that in and of itself proved the value of not only KD but what this team could potentially be when Kyrie came back and he was participating in some of those ones as well. So if when all's said and done, if you're going to give the extension to Kyrie, which honestly was going to remedy not all but a good portion of the concerns for this team moving forward, then fair enough. But if
So that was my.
if you're still fighting it, then I continue to beg the question: if you're still fighting to give this nigga the extension now, knowing that the team was what it was, then in a year before, in a year before that, what's the point? What was the point?
Okay, that's fine. So, I'm looking from the opposite perspective as the player. Like, why would you jump ship on a borderline winning situation when KD is here to go to secure your money? Which makes sense. But you're in a winning situation, and to do something this drastic, I understand money comes first, your own personal thing comes first, but to do it something this drastic for a team that's on a good trajectory when your franchise player comes back is
I
wild to
think
me.
I
I
think
No,
get it.
No,
so
Yes,
wait,
pay
I
the
can,
money.
wait,
I'm
wait,
not
wait,
wait,
wait.
saying
Lo,
we're
let
on
Wes
that. We're
talk.
way
I
off.
can
Way
Because they
off.
don't believe you guys don't
We
believe
No,
way
Lo,
him.
off.
let Wes talk. He
All
hasn't talked. Let Wes talk.
right, go West.
Nah. Quickly. I just think he's way off with the with the winning situation, quote unquote, because the truth about Brooklyn to me with Kyrie's stint is they've never Kyrie and upper management haven't been on the same page. So
We've been new.
so like me sacrificing anything to be here is out the window. That completely is out the window because I don't have a good relationship with you niggas. So the only way
That's
I
true.
need that security, especially for a player who's been injured and who I can't. Granted, some people you feel how you feel about what he tweeted and what he promoted, whatever, but I can't do things without repercussions. Hold on, I'm outside. I don't know if y'all hear that train, but I can't do things
It's
That's
without
the
decent.
Jalen Hurts
repercussions.
train.
And without like possibly my livelihood being impacted. I do something that the franchise doesn't like, I get suspended, and this and like indefinite until like further notice. Like shit like that, I can't stay in a situation because that's unstable. That's unstable for me. And then the KD part of it all, as cool as we are, every year KD is proving he can't stay on the court. I might not be able to stay on the court that often either. And I need my money. My security comes before anything because he's already won. He won with LeBron. The winning part of I think we look at winning as fans as the ultimate goal sometimes. And I think for players it is at times, but then once you win, what's next? What's next for Kyrie after winning? What because he already did it, and he
Win
hit
some
the
more.
arguably the biggest shot in NBA history. He solidified. The only thing left for Kyrie is the security of it all, bro. Like, and I don't I hear what you're saying, but
That's
I
fair.
don't think that matters to Kyrie.
Wait,
No, I'm
also
just
I
And
wanted to
processing
add.
this.
Wait,
That's
Lo,
actually
real quick
true.
before
That's
you go
actually
on your
true.
rant. I also wanted to add that Kyrie very clearly can go to a team and still be on a contender. Like we know this. Like if he goes to the Lakers, they're a contender. If he goes like to any insert like tier
The
two,
Sixers.
they're a contender.
Yes,
While
yes,
getting
they're a
his
contender.
money.
But
Miami,
Wait,
if
let me ask
Miami can put
before.
together a package for him,
That,
contender like
that's what
I
I'm
was just
saying.
gonna say.
If
So
a team
compared
goes
to
out there, tier two, tier three team, they immediately jump up a tier. So yes, he can
so
go
so
Wait,
to
so where
Ash,
do
another
you think
team.
he's
we were
gonna go,
discussing
bro? You think they
Ash.
gonna
Listen to
trade
this.
him for
We were
draft? Like
discussing.
who's gonna give something up, bro? Wait,
The
no, Like,
Lakers.
look,
Hold
I
on,
give you
Cash.
this.
That's
I
what
give
I'm
you this.
saying.
Look, look,
Cash, hold
and
on.
I'm gonna leave.
The
And I'm gonna leave.
Lakers.
Let me give you this,
Who else is giving
We
up?
didn't know if Kyrie was gonna get a contract in August, right?
bro.
We didn't
I
know what was
knew
going on.
because I
But
Yeah.
now
told you
since
this
he's
two
playing,
years ago. I told you this 2 years
but
ago,
now,
but you didn't want to
but
listen.
now
I
since he's
told you it
playing,
step by step. I told you everything about Simmons. I told you that Harden was coming to fucking Philly, right? Listen, I'm telling you right now. I told you Kyrie was leaving. This is their best shot right here, right? You take
but hold
that
on,
package.
we got
You
to
take
figure
that
out
pack. Let
which
me get
teams
out of
have
it. Hold on,
opened
Philip.
up
I'm
since
out of here. I'm out of here.
August.
You take that package from Maxi. You take Tobias, and you take goddamn what's the other one? Thibault, right? Because you got Kyrie on 1 year. Sixers will take that gamble like they did with Harden. He ain't had a contract, right? We took
now you
that
need
gamble.
assurances. You need
Hold on. He
assurances.
opted out. Or what are you gonna do? Tank all the way? Then you trade KD's going too. I'm letting you know he's going, and you get the draft picks for KD. You got some core players to build around, and then you can draft. You go get a star. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Checkmate.
Wait,
Fuck Brooklyn. Sixers to the championship.
Lowe's,
I
The
know,
Lowe's, let
but
me ask
Celtics
you
next
this.
Lo,
year,
talk
but
to
we
me,
told
Lo.
you
Lowe's,
niggas.
What's your take
Fuck
on
since
you
that?
August,
niggas.
since
Fuck
August, we were
Brooklyn, nigga.
sure. Hold on, Wes.
All right,
All the
y'all.
best.
I love y'all.
Keep
Why
cooking,
you so
Cash. Keep cooking,
emotional?
my
No, no,
nigga.
no, no. They
Low,
don't
we
be
gotta
listening. They
figure
don't
out.
be
Keep
listening.
cooking.
I love.
Fuck Brooklyn, nigga. Fuck Brooklyn, nigga.
Stop.
Now we on our shit. Now when I come up, now when I unmute this shit, Sub, you gonna go. But fuck Brooklyn. The fuck? Bitch ass niggas. Hope they fans rot in hell, pussy ass niggas. All right, you can start speaking now. Oh.
New York.
Hey,
Fuck you.
so now
Whoa,
we got to figure
whoa,
out.
whoa,
Cash, I got
whoa.
it.
Say
Hold
what the
on.
Brooklyn
So we got to
slant.
figure out since August, since Kyrie's playing this well, like what teams are actual viable destinations. It seems like
That's
the
what I was
whole
gonna
league,
say.
Wait,
What
let
are
everyone's
we
me
naming a
doing?
let
ton
me
of
let me
teams.
before we get to that point. Let me answer the question you said earlier because again I'm say it. Let me preface this. This is my theory based off of all the information that is being read, observed, and being told. This is my theory. Okay? Kevin Durant does not really want to be there. Kyrie Irving does not really want to be there. And it goes beyond their relationship with the front office. That's definitely a part of it, probably a huge part of it. But I cannot reiterate this enough. We cannot say that it's a, oh well, we don't want to give them money because how much money we put into the team. You didn't have to pay the extension for Harden. He's gone. You haven't given an extension to Seth Curry. Jeff Green left. DeAndre Jordan's gone.
Okay,
Bruce
okay,
Brown is
chill.
gone.
Don't say that.
Wait. But DeAndre Jordan was the guy that they brought over there. So you didn't even
Oh,
sign our
okay.
guy.
But like, come on, man, that nigga
Bruce
sucks.
Bruce Brown is gone. How many players have we just lost within the year's time? So we can't. So you're not giving me a contract extension. Can't be because of financial reasons. Hey, we know for a fact when I'm here what this ceiling is. So if you're not going to keep me, then what's the point of even keeping KD, who's already voiced his frustration? So if we don't want to be here, and to be fair to Kyrie, regardless of what he does off the court, he's so great on the court. And the Nets have put themselves so behind the eight ball with the lack of talent that they've just let walk over the years, bro. Like this is y'all don't have that much leverage. Y'all don't. They gave up a lot of leverage, mind you. Warren is coming off the books again. Seth Curry's coming off the books. Watanabe's coming off the books. And next year they already have $139 million committed anyway. So again, I keep asking this question from two entities that you're overly dependent on, which I already know Durant does not want to be in that situation anyway. But since I'm already here and I signed the extension, what is the hang up for not even giving me the contract anyway if you're Kyrie? Why they're doing it, why they're not doing it, I don't know. But that's the reason why I said last off season, bro, if you're not going to do it, just blow it up. None of us had to wait another 3 to 4 months for us to get to nigga Ash,
Oh,
mute yourself.
my
None
fault,
of us
nigga. I'm
had
eating some chips. I'm really enjoying this.
oh
My
my
fault,
gosh.
bro.
None of us had it to wait 3 to 4 months to know that the team was overly dependent on the excellence of Durant and Kyrie. I would argue this year Durant has had to be even greater because of the negative that Ben Simmons was. And the more and more they played alongside one another, the more prevalent it was going to be how dependent they were on those two players. So why are you not giving me the extension? So since you're not going to do it, then trade me. That was what we were being talking about the entire time anyway. That's it.
Wait, but Lo,
So what are some teams
But
he
no,
can actually go to?
That nigga Kyrie will be in purple and gold. Oh, he'll be in
Like, all right,
purple and
so
gold.
but
let's
who
talk about the
cares? Who
Lakers.
All
cares?
right, nigga.
Because
We
now
know he
my
could go to the
Rockets.
Lakers
Now
though.
we have
Where else could he
picks.
go? Like, what are some
Lo,
realistic
my Rockets
teams that
have
he
their
could go
picks.
to? By free agency, by trade?
So shout out to bad guy. He did bring up the really what I just called it the
I don't
Tyrese
know
Maxey
about. I don't
trade.
know if Daryl Morey would do that. I mean, I guess it could happen.
I'm
I
on
don't
the
know if
phone with
that's
that
the
nigga
best
right now.
thing.
Don't worry. He telling
All
me he
right,
about to do it.
talk to him for
I
me.
don't think. Yeah, to be honest with you, honestly, I don't think he
I
does
don't think
either.
Philly does that because,
I
like,
think
There
to
are
me,
many teams that are gonna risk.
in my opinion, I think there actually is only one team, and that is the Lakers. The Lakers are the only team that will have the financial. They'll still give them financial flexibility beyond this year with Russ, and they can
Miami.
still going to give them
Maybe
two.
the Mavs, right?
Yeah, Luca told
Who's
Mark
going to
he
give them
needs a.
financial?
Miami wouldn't.
But who do the
Also, hey,
Mavs
real
have
quick,
to
I
give
think.
up? They don't even have to.
Wait. I just
Wait.
thought
We
of
just
something.
saying name. We saying names.
One thing.
Oh my
No.
god.
It's legit. Like I don't think a lot of teams like really thinking. I don't think a lot of contenders are really gonna try and do it. Mainly because they waited for KD. That's what, like, you know what I mean?
So okay, so that was my next point. Before we get there, because that's what I was really going to say. The lot of teams who were on the phone last year. Oh nigga, we are or during the summer. Oh nigga, I know what y'all niggas got to give up now, nigga. I know what y'all niggas got to do now. You really ain't got no choice. And so once again, that front office in Brooklyn. Hold on, how many people in here? Damn, I can't. I'm about to get in my bag. Hold on, let me see something real quick. That front office in Brooklyn, they're gonna have to get on their knees and bend over
Okay.
Oh, here
again.
we go.
This
They're going.
nigga's gonna
They're
start
going. They're
doing this
going
Here
shit
to.
we
They
go.
ain't
again.
got no other choice. They got
Stop,
no
nigga.
choice. Oh
Stop.
wait.
Stop,
Go
bro.
to the Kyrie trade. Miami. Y'all, somebody said Miami. Miami doesn't really have any. What financial flexibility?
No, I'm lying. I
No,
lied. I lied.
Kyle Lowry.
I lied.
I know you. All right, let me just run through the teams right quick.
I ain't got no
Miami.
fucking buddy.
Miami doesn't have any expiring contracts big enough to give them any cap flexibility. Even if they trade Kyle Lowry, and I know you're just saying it just to say it, but even if they trade Kyle Lowry, Lowry has another 29 million next year. So even if they
Well,
buy
what
out his
about Tyler Hero?
contract,
He helps the post.
so even if
He
they
helps the
buy these
post flow.
contracts, it's not enough. So
Even
then
if you're telling me, even if they trade Tyler Hero, they still wouldn't have the space to continue to keep Kyrie if they wanted to. If they ended up trading Tyler Hero,
it's
like if in a situation where if they want to win now, if they gave up like Tyler Hero, Kyle Lowry, some picks
well,
or whatever.
Tyler Hero. Ironically enough, he just now getting on his contract next year, so that may be a part of it. They may regret the Tyler Hero contracts, or especially the Duncan one, and say, hey, we can get a noticeable upgrade alongside Jimmy and Bam. I I mean, I don't know. May that I guess sure that's an option. Trading away Kyle Lowry, he only has 1 year left on his deal, and moving off of Tyler Hero, and potentially Duncan Robinson, and going after Kyrie and Seth Curry. Fair enough. I think that could be an option. Um, I don't think that essentially that is a trade just to get Tyler Hero because Duncan Robinson is falling off the cliff, and Russell West. I mean, not Russell Westbrook. Kyle Lowry would be basically a buyout next year. I don't think that's enough for Kyrie. I would argue two unprotected first round picks from the Lakers would still be better. Somebody DM me about Minnesota. We can go to Minnesota. Minnesota doesn't have draft capital because they gave it up for Rudy Gobert, and the only young player that they can give for some form of cap flexibility would be the $31 million coming off the books for D'Angelo Russell. But I don't know what else you're moving. Well, what else are you moving that would be of
Hey,
value
Nets fans want
that
Nas
they
Reed.
would want? Is not is
Well,
Nas
They
yeah, but
was
a
Reed
talking about him,
contender.
boo. They was talking.
is Nas Reed enough for
I
two
mean,
unprotected
I
first
was trolling a
rounders?
little bit on that, but the
I know
Nets are
I know you're trolling,
incentivized to
but
take back somewhat proven players because they don't want to bottom out. They don't own their own draft picks. So a guy like Nas Reed, or I don't even know what they do with D'Lo again, but if they take those type of players, it makes sense for them.
well, D'Lo would have to be because he's the only one getting
Yeah,
paid
yeah,
enough
from a financial
to match a
standpoint, yeah,
contract.
for
Yeah.
matchup purposes.
Wait, don't you think that's too much of a risk for Minnesota to even consider Kyrie? Kyrie could just leave.
And so
Yes.
that was my next step. Kyrie is on expiring contract, so he has to still sign.
He
Now
has all
now
the
to be
leverage, to be honest.
yeah, and to be fair, and if you're Minnesota, you're not going to give up young capital pieces for which call it
I think the
because
Lakers
for
and Mavs are the only teams that make a gamble on Kyrie.
it's literally the only two teams. That's
I
it.
want to see Kyrie in a Mavs jersey. I refuse to see that nigga in a
Ah,
Pistons
I
And if
need to
jersey.
see this.
and if we go to Dallas, and I'm not saying this as a biased Laker fan, even though I am a biased Laker fan, but let's just keep it a bean with ourselves. Who are they moving? Who are
Not
they?
gonna lie,
Who
Dinwiddie in a first. They better take that. Not gonna
Hey, they
lie,
need to
man.
get off that nigga Reggie Bullock.
Because like that's literally what they're not gonna give up. There's no young assets, nor do they really have any. So the only movable piece is what Dinwiddie, Dorian
bro?
Finney-Smith. What do they have?
Kyrie he's a Laker, bro. He's a
Facts.
Laker.
What do you?
Yeah,
I don't,
but
I don't, I
Miami
don't, and,
Miami
and,
is
I
an
don't know
option
what
as
to
well.
tell y'all,
Miami
dog.
is an option as
I'm
well,
just
bro.
saying right now, Lo, when that trade does not happen,
You don't
Space
see
is gonna hit
Miami?
like
Miami
crazy.
is an option, bro.
Miami
Why is
is an option, but the we just did it. The option is basically getting Tyler Hero because Duncan Robinson is falling
Tyler
off.
Hero.
That the trade was centered around Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry has to be in there for
Hmm.
contract
And yeah,
reasons.
they have draft
Oh,
capital,
what
I
about
think.
this, Lo? Because I was talking about this earlier.
Kyle Lowry has to be in it?
If you're the Suns,
For financial reasons, yes.
if you're
If
the
I'm not
Suns, do you
mistaken,
think about trading for Kyrie?
yes. But what are you giving up? Because
It's a good question.
why would
It can't be
Brooklyn just
Chris
get
Paul.
CP3?
Okay,
Yeah.
but so what's the package for the Lakers, right? It's the Westbrook deal. That's what we're going back to,
It's
right?
Westbrook.
Westbrook,
Hey, if they
Pat
want
Bev.
Austin Reeves, they can have him, dog.
Okay,
Westbrook,
Westbrook,
Austin
Austin Reeves,
Reeves,
and picks, right?
and two
Yeah.
picks in the two unprotected first
So don't
rounders.
the Suns have picks, or am I not mistaken?
But the Suns' trajectory is much higher than the Lakers' trajectory in like
Nigga,
3 to 4
but once the
years.
Lakers get Kyrie,
Hey,
okay, actually, yeah,
could they do a pick
2027.
swap
No,
as
no,
well?
because they still have
Is
D Book and
a
like
You
pick
said
Kevin
swap?
Love.
2020.
So
It's the
hold on,
2027 and
a
2029,
pick
right?
swaps like in this equation?
Yes.
Could pick swaps be a part of this
Mm.
equation?
Yeah, it would be 2027
Yeah,
unprotected,
The
a
Lakers got the
2028
best
pick
deal
swap.
on paper right now, unless the
It's not even, and I don't
hold
even
on, but
think that it's
Yeah, it's
close.
not close.
could the
Damn.
Nuggets get involved? Because Gus was saying,
The Nuggets aren't going to trade for him though.
not,
They don't have anything
Yeah.
to gain from him.
Nuggets
all
don't
right,
have
all
anything.
right.
I ain't gonna lie.
And
I say fuck it, trade Jamal Murray. Nah, let me.
no, and I said this during the summer as well. Even when you look at some of the teams like an upgrade from Murray to Kyrie, you have to pause and ask yourself: A, is Kyrie going to resign? Probably not. B, even though if there is an upgrade between from Jamal to Kyrie Irving, with the chemistry that is built, the dynamic of the team, not dealing with the potential headache, is it even worth getting Kyrie Irving with the increase, especially since it's not going to really address some of the other concerns that Denver may have, such as their point of attack defense. Like all of those things really matter. And
Also,
so
yeah, I was going to say
so
the biggest thing is that KD's probably going to be available after the season is over.
and I'm about to say it. So for me personally,
I'm not even gonna lie. They might
y'all
as well
niggas
just
worried
trade
about
KD now, bro.
Kyrie. I'm more so
Shit.
worried about where this nigga
But
Durant
at
is
the same,
going.
No,
wait,
you know
but
where he's
Kyrie,
going,
they
low.
but
might as
at
well
the
trade
same
KD right
time,
now,
Low,
bro. They
They
might
stop.
as
they
well
they
trade
might as
KD.
well
wait, but
trade
low at the
KD's
KD
same
right
coming
time,
back
now.
home,
Like
nigga.
they have to move him. They
Low, but
have to
That's
move
at the
KD,
same
bro.
correct.
time,
He's
right? There's
coming
a lot
back
of teams.
home,
There's a
nigga.
lot of
He's
teams
coming
right
home.
now, right? Who I feel as if you said if we add Kyrie, we could probably be like a top three or if not the favorites in the league, right? So I get the KD sentiment, right? But like, if you a team and you think you could Kyrie being on your team makes you be able to be a legitimate title contender or even more, why
Hey,
wouldn't you?
can
You know
I
what I
talk
mean?
real
Like,
quick?
I don't
'Cause I'm
think
at work.
waiting a couple of months when like the urgency is now, especially with these teams being so like tightly contested. I don't know if
Exactly.
you should be waiting like
Real
that.
quick,
You know, whatever.
can y'all hear me?
Kyrie's coming to LA to win.
That's a fact, Twin.
Yeah, Kyrie to the
Yeah,
Lakers is
we're
inevitable at
Facts,
getting
this point,
Kyrie,
bro.
but
facts.
It's inevitable. It's inevitable.
do you think? Okay, so real quick, if can KD go back to the
Don't
Warriors?
even say that, bro. Don't
Yeah,
even
No,
say
nigga.
that.
he can't.
Yes, KD to
Maybe,
the Warriors is always an option,
Look,
man.
maybe.
It's
He's
always
coming
an
back
option.
It's not
home.
out of the
one
He's
out of the
second.
coming
question.
home.
Can I
That
speak
nigga
just really
goes
quick,
back
bro?
to the Warriors. You
Coming
can count
home.
that as
Fast.
my funeral, man. It'll be over for me.
He's coming home,
Oh, a nigga
nigga.
like
He's
me. I
coming
ain't
to
gonna
the.
never
He's
front.
going
watched.
to the
He's
Warriors to
coming
get
to the
Steph
city.
six
Man,
Oh, this
rings, bro. He's
after
giving
Yo,
Steph
Hey,
wait,
six
hey,
let
hey,
me
rings.
let
how
me let me
relish
let me
the
hear
sound?
Steve. Let me hear
He's
Steve on
I
coming
that.
don't
home,
think
nigga.
niggas
Let me hear
understand. I
Steve
don't
out.
think niggas
I was
understand. KD going to Brooklyn is the reason Golden State doesn't have
Pause.
6 chips right now, bro. Like,
bro,
Exactly.
like
He's trying to get Curry his six
no, bro.
rings. Come
Please
on,
Oh
dog.
stop.
wait. Let me hear Steve.
KD,
Let me
come
hear Steve.
back, twin. We miss you.
Let me
I
hear
ain't gonna
Steve
lie.
We
real
Like
quick.
miss
Go
you,
ahead,
twin.
go, Steve.
this whole happened when I was in the middle of my lunch break, but now I'm good. The biggest winners from this shit is clearly that niggas who were hating on Harden during the Nets era, they look stupid. Two, the biggest one of the big. I'm so happy. The Rockets rebuild. Them picks mean something much more now. Like it was bad at first because they were hooping, but it's so much better now. When it comes to Kyrie, Lowe's been saying it. He's going to be a Laker. Like there's no other package that just makes sense for what the Nets can get back, especially right now if they make a trade. And let's be honest with ourselves. They're gonna have to make this trade. Actually, possibly they don't make this trade. They might just wait because they did it last year with James Harden and you see how that turned out. So they could just say, you know what, let's just see what happens and just roll the dice like they did with KD. But what I heard when I was listening, I think someone said it. it's clear as day that if he's asking for a trade right now, then KD probably is not invested in whatever's going on in Brooklyn, and he's going to be a big fish in the market next year. So
Oh
that
shit!
nigga
They offered
Kyrie,
him an
he's definitely.
extension.
I'm about
Yeah,
to
They
say
offered
but
him an
with
they
extension.
Derrick
Yes,
Fisher,
they offered him an extension, and
they
he said
actually
no.
sorry
So
to cut you off, folks.
the
They
only
did,
thing pushing the Kyrie to LA talks is if Brooklyn just says, you know what, we got hold last year because we're trying to be so decisive. We might as well just say F it. We're just not gonna do it. Just wait. I don't know, but I don't know.
Do y'all think if Brooklyn?
Yeah,
Do y'all think if Brooklyn?
Like Mustard just said, they actually did offer him a contract extension. And it sounds like it's the same thing that happened last year. They gave him a contract, and he just
How
ended up
much spoon?
declining it.
So y'all,
Because it wasn't what he wanted. And I'm still trying to look. I'm be honest with y'all,
Nah.
bro. I think a lot of those teams who were holding on last year in the middle last year in the off season for whatever Kevin Durant package. I think they're gonna start moving, bro. I think they're gonna start moving. I think they see the opportunity that's available to them, and even if it means trading a young prospect, well, obviously in the summer trading for trading for Scotty seems like a no brainer now.
what about
But
this, Lo? Don't you think if you're the Nets, right?
I'm gonna
Let's
keep
say
it a
the
bean.
Nets.
I would trade Evan Mobley. I'm gonna keep it a bean.
What if what if the Nets are petty, right? Like, can y'all
Why would
not
you
see
do
the
that?
Nets being petty and saying, "Look, we're not going to trade you to the Lakers because we know you want to go there." So
Leverage.
what if they say, "Let's trade him to fucking Miami, where you're still going to get first round picks." Kyle Lowry sucks, but still, you're still going to get picks and assets because that's the goal, if anything. Now, I don't know if Lowry has a year left on his deal like Westbrook, so
No,
that
he
might be.
doesn't.
Oh, so never mind then.
He
Fuck
has
that
like
shit.
2 or 3.
Also, it's bad. It's
exactly.
bad
Either
practice.
way, you're gonna buy both of
It's
them out
bad practice
regardless.
to
Like
try to
Lowry's gonna
prove a
have to
point
get
to a
bought out.
player
You don't
and
have to
trade him
buy
for
Russ
less than
out
you could
though.
get.
Yeah, you
I
just
mean,
let Russ
there's
play
no.
the rest of the season.
That's
There's
true.
no
You could just let him
there's
play.
no point
Well,
to buy Russ
I
out.
would buy him out at that
You
point.
get that nigga at All-Star break, bro. There's no
Well,
fucking
no,
reason to buy him
considering
out.
that they don't want to be like a really, really bad team yet, they're probably going to let him play out the rest of the season.
Given the trade demand was today, does anyone
NFC
think that the Lakers? I mean, not sorry, not the Lakers. The Nets revisit contract talks with Kyrie, or do you guys think it's just dead?
No, once
Maybe.
it's kind of
It's a
already put out there,
possibility.
I think Kyrie's willing to leave.
If it was
Um,
going to happen, it would have happened during the offseason.
I'm looking at some of these teams, man, and I'm moving Mobley for Durant.
The thing is though with Kyrie, like most niggas still think he wants to be in LA. So like his willingness to
I don't
resign
think it's
would
an
I feel like
LA
play a
thing. I
part.
think LA just makes the most sense. Like I think if that situation was anywhere else, then like if another team had picks and like some expiring contracts they'd want to deal, I'm sure he'd be fine with going there.
And two top 10 players. Yeah, I think
That's
they
what I'm
would.
Do the
saying.
Yeah,
Clippers? Do
we
the
could
Clippers
definitely
have
see
any
it.
Well,
assets right
not
now?
well, yeah, not Well, LA, no,
Well,
low. just the Like I'm
Lakers.
saying, Like I'm
LeBron,
saying, if
the
Philly
team
came
with
out
LeBron
and
and
said we
AD.
want to trade for you, I don't think he's saying, nah, I don't want to go to Philly. You know what I mean?
Yo,
no, he for sure saying that, but I think that the Lakers and everything that they have and the situation they're in right now, they're in a dire situation. They desperately need shot creation and floor spacing on the perimeter. I mean, like literally everything that they need.
He's
Kyrie
perfect,
got.
bro.
Kyrie's getting it outside of maybe wing depth, but outside of
Exactly.
that, they're getting it. So I don't see why the Lakers. I honestly don't even see why Kyrie's trade request became public. They might as well just make the fucking trade right now. Put that nigga in the purple gold.
hey, is Kyrie playing
Facts.
tomorrow?
Bro, Low is. Oh my god, he's so
Nigga's
biased,
so
dog.
excited, bro, for
I'm
something that
saying,
still
bro.
hasn't
Hey,
happened.
don't be
God.
mad at me
Hey,
because
No,
your
no,
man,
no,
my
no,
team
no,
team's
is
no. He
about
has
to
a
be.
right to be excited. I've waited
I'm
for
about to
this
say,
day
don't
for
be mad because your
years.
team is gonna lose this
For a
shit, nigga.
year, I've
Don't be
been
mad.
waiting for this day. He got a right to be excited.
Don't be mad because your team is not
NFC,
gonna
this
win,
my
brother.
party. NFC.
Y'all lucky. Y'all lucky. I'm gonna keep it a beam with y'all. Y'all lucky over 2,000 people in here because I'm trying to keep it very, very neutral. But y'all
And
niggas,
real
be
quick,
lucky.
Now I'm about to change the subject. Once again, they call James a madman, bro. I'm still here and I still got the mental receipts.
Do you Ash? Do you think that they were playing with James
They were
Harden money
playing
too?
with
Do
that
you think?
nigga's money and they were
I
playing
think
with
they were
his
playing with it.
body. NFC, what does Trey say every fucking day in VC, bro? Oh, James, he left his best opportunity to win a championship. He left his best opportunity. Shut the fuck up. It's over. And I'm
I I, I genuinely believe that the way that they moving right now, because like I'm being so serious. If you don't value Kyrie enough to give
It's
him a
another
contract
day
extension,
where
if
I
you
win,
wanted,
low. I won.
there's no way that they were going to give James Harden what he wanted when they knew that he still had KD and Kyrie, even if
Hey, real
Harden
quick
left.
though,
Ash, that was a little
real quick though,
Low,
unfair.
does
I
Like you
win.
Kyrie
can't,
play tomorrow?
I
Hey,
say that,
win.
Ash. You
Low
can't
and
say that,
Ash, does
Ash.
Kyrie play
Ash,
tomorrow?
you
I
can't
can
say
Yeah.
that.
and
Or does
I
he?
Like
will.
if
Wait,
Harden
whoa,
if
whoa, whoa,
Harden
whoa, whoa.
stays,
Hold on,
things may
wait.
I
Interview. What
said,
you
does
saying?
Kyrie play tomorrow? Or does he sit out with hamstring tightness?
Oh
Of
wow.
course. He has
Oh
a sprained
wow.
NMZ,
Whoa.
hamstring.
NMZ, it's a mental health day. Come on,
Hey,
bro.
welcome back,
bro. If
PlayDraft.
Harden
Hey,
stays, things
you know
who
it's
knows
like history
how
month
things
now.
go.
A full
Jay
game of
Will's
Ben
here. Oh,
Simmons
let me
on.
bring that nigga up.
Hey,
My
bring that
nigga
nigga
Jay
Jay. Hey, bring
Will.
that brother Jay
Hey,
Will up
buddy.
here right
Oh,
Hey, Jay
now.
Will, a Nets
Hey,
fan, ain't he?
buddy.
Bring that brother up here right now. Hey,
Jay
where's
Will.
Trey
Hey,
at?
buddy.
Bring
How
Trey
you
up here too.
doing? Jay Will.
Fuck you, nigga.
Jay William. What's up, my
Oh
boy?
my God.
Why you so
What's
sassy, J.
wrong?
Will?
This is my nigga career, nigga. Fuck you.
Oh wow.
All I'm hearing is Drew
Nah,
is
yeah.
Jay Will
humble.
hostile, nigga.
Yeah,
Relax.
come on. I'm just asking you a question.
Y'all finna get Westbrook and picks, nigga.
Fuck you
Y'all better
too,
calm
nigga.
down.
Hey,
The
Kyrie to
game
the
is
Bucks.
the
Kyrie to the
game,
Bucks.
nigga.
Look how think about
Y'all
the
about to
cap
have
space about to
Westbrook
get
and
done.
Big
And
Y'all about to
fuck
have
you
a
No.
too,
y'all about
low.
to have Hall of
Facts. That's
Famers.
about to be your starting backcourt, my nigga.
Y'all about to have a Hall of Famer point
Bro,
guard, man.
Kyrie to
Come
the
on,
Bucks.
relax.
Uh,
What are you talking
A
about?
top 75 point guard, man.
Exactly. Average a triple double 3 straight
Facts.
seasons, my nigga. Come
Kyrie's
on,
going
man.
to the Bucks. I
Facts.
don't know what you're
Y'all
talking
about
about.
to have Simmons and Russ. That defense gonna be crazy.
You niggas gonna be building houses out there in Brooklyn.
Hey, so y'all think this shit literally came down to only contract conversations?
I think it has
No,
something to do
No,
with it.
it was
you
way
missed a
more than
lot
that.
of it, but
Bro,
no.
Oh, okay.
Kyrie's
Because
going to the
I have to
Bucks.
make
Stop
sure.
talking
I
about the
feel like that was
Lakers.
the main thing, though. The contract was the main
Okay, I
thing,
have to
though.
make sure because
Low, make
it's
NMZ
definitely a nigga.
co-host.
It's definitely a nigga on a roster that they can't stand, bro, and they realize they can't win with. So
And I already said it. Ben
Realize they
Simmons.
can't get rid
I
of.
mean,
That nigga decimated 2 franchises because he
Ben
doesn't
Ben
want to
Sim
look
Ben
at the
Damn.
Simmons
rim.
is crazy.
Wait,
It's
low,
crazy.
low.
But Jay will though. Here's the thing. I don't, and I know I'm reiterating myself, but for the new people in here, I don't understand if you know the Ben Simmons effect. Why are you playing with their money though? That to me don't make no sense, bro. If you were not going to give them a contract extension in the summer, and here we are mid-year, and you're still not giving them a contract, giving Kyrie a contract extension,
Well,
why?
they
What are we
actually did.
wasting
No,
our
they did
time
give him an
for?
extension.
Oh, let me say that back. If you're not going to give him the money that he
No, they
clearly
gave him the money he
wants,
wants. It's just stipulation. Like they saying that you got to be playing this amount of
oh,
games a
but you
year.
know what I'm. All right, if you're not going to give him everything that
Yeah.
he wants, what's going on? Why are you playing with this man money? And if the stipulations centered around this idea of games played, if I'm not mistaken, Kyrie is probably on pace of hitting that
Kyrie has
mark
played,
anyway.
I think, every game where
yeah,
he's
but I
like
mean,
healthy.
you gotta look at it from
Am I
this
wrong?
standpoint. Like Joe side, this nigga's built different. So what I mean by that is like you can say you can use this season as an example, but this nigga Joe Tsai is scared at the end of the day. The next season comes along, who says he goes back to what he used to do? There's not no guarantee if you just go off this season. Nigga, duh, he's putting his best foot forward. So nigga, like why would I be fooled by that shit that the next season come
Oh
around,
no,
this nigga start doing it again? That's what he worried
but the
about.
reason why you really ain't got no choice because the way that the team is built, it's built in a way in which you have to overly depend
But
on
he's not
KD
being
and
that
Kyrie.
logical about it. That's the whole point.
And that,
He
but that's
rather have his.
but that's my point. My point is, if you were going to be this way, then why are we even here? Like, why? If you still thought that, hey, maybe next year this could just be a front. Next year he could still go back to his old ways. If you still sitting here saying, oh, I'm gonna be irrational about it, I don't really need Kyrie. If you're gonna do all that anyway, why are we here? Why not just trade him in the offseason? Why are we here? Just blow it up. Why
Oh,
are
okay, I
we
see what you're
here?
saying. But I think this is what I think happened. Kevin Durant was they fucking hope and savior at this point because they thought they was gonna play it all the way up to this point, and then hopefully with the Kevin Durant influence on our side and Kyrie Irving understanding the fact that while we can't budge, they probably thought Kyrie would have probably budged at this point, leading up to the success of the team, how well they played, and everything like in the Kevin Durant influence. But they backfired because Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are definitely having private talks, no matter what. That them niggas don't understand. They're gonna choose each other before they choose you. They underestimated that shit. They really wanted to try this shit to see how far it goes. see how good it can go, and hope it convinces Kyrie to take the stipulations. But it backfired because he never was gonna take the stipulations.
And didn't
Low,
Katie
low.
request a
If
trade
we,
because Kyrie wanted out in the first place?
Yes.
Oh man.
hey,
Uh,
if
I don't know.
Rob Palinka turns all of this into Kyrie Irving, the apology tour
Nigga,
needs
that's
to
not an
start
apology.
Hell
That's
no.
just
Absolutely no.
Kyrie being
No, no,
Absolutely
no,
Kyrie.
no,
not,
no, no,
nigga.
no, no.
That's not an
Absolutely not.
apology. What are we talking
He just
about?
got bailed
He's
out
getting
because
no. He's
if we're
saying
being
let's praise Rob Palinka for Joe Tsai and Sean Marks' incompetence. Are we serious?
And watch them still
yeah.
lose in the first round.
Hey, y'all know them niggas. Y'all
Okay,
know them
no, see
niggas.
now
Y'all
there
know them
y'all
Whoa.
niggas
niggas is
met
wild.
before.
Relax,
Like y'all know them
relax.
niggas met before the season started, right?
Who?
Joe and I mean no, Sean and Rob.
Yeah, they were trying to get a
Uh
deal done.
No, I think they probably also had the conversation earlier in the season to say that we may be revisiting this later on in the season. Kyrie don't budge, because they was together the entire day in LA. They hung out the entire day. That's not a
But don't
coincidence
you
to me.
think that Joe Tsai is going to hold out at that very end and be like, "Oh, we might not trade you," or is that like
No, they're not doing that
out of
because they didn't do
courtesy?
it with Harden, so they're not going to do it with Kyrie. He's got
I,
bro,
right
I
now.
y'all
I I
not
don't think I
trading. I
understand. If
mean,
they let this nigga,
Oh, no,
if they
Harden
let
was
this nigga
actively
go into
sitting
the
out
off
playing.
season, they don't get no picks for the nigga.
Hey,
bro,
all I'm hearing is
No,
Joe.
like I
I
think
hear
you
y'all
niggas are
talking.
forgetting Harden. This is the
Kyrie.
same situation with Harden. They traded him immediately. They're not holding on to Kyrie after the deadline.
They don't get no picks if
Look,
they do
bro,
it that way.
All I'm hearing is Kyrie's a buck. That's all I'm hearing.
please stop. Look, I
Why
hear
not? Why
y'all,
not?
but y'all telling me Kevin Durant is not going to be in Cleveland, bro.
Nah, low. Answer my question. Why
Nigga,
wouldn't
he's
Kyrie
He's
be a
coming
going.
buck?
home.
Send that nigga
Stop
out
playing,
west,
bro.
bro. Please, I beg.
That
Please
more
send him
is
out
either
west.
He's
going to
coming
Cleveland or
home.
he's
Send
going
that
out
nigga out
west.
west, I beg.
Why wouldn't Kyrie be a buck? Answer the question.
Because y'all don't have enough.
A buck,
We'll trade. Hey, I love Drew, but we'll trade Drew, Chris, and Brooke.
nigga. What?
That
You
No.
doesn't
know what
do
wants that
that
nasty
doesn't do
ass
anything
trade,
for
nigga?
them.
Fuck out
Bucks
This
of here.
aren't
nigga.
doing that either.
Hey, who's an all-star
Hey,
on
who
your
the
team?
fuck you think this? Who the fuck you think Kyrie Irving is,
Oh,
Nigga,
he's
nigga?
trolling. He's
it's
trolling.
his
He's trolling.
mic.
He's trolling.
There's no way
Nigga,
he's
Kyrie Irving
flexing the
ain't worth
Drew
all
Holiday
that
I'm
shit,
shit,
joking.
bro.
I'm
bro.
joking. I'm
Please.
joking. Chill out. Chill out. Chill out.
Please.
He's trolling.
Take
He's
his
trolling.
I'm
mic,
trolling. I'm
nigga.
trolling. But to go off like the All-Star thing yesterday, I do think
I'm
James
crying.
Harden should have been an All-Star over Drew.
Oh,
And
thank
I'm
you,
a
because I
Bucks
was
fan.
about to kick you.
Yeah, I'm a
Thanks,
Bucks
bud.
fan, and I gotta say that James
Remove
Harden
him.
deserves it.
Ash, do it.
He said remove.
Ash, chill
Please.
out.
I'm not about to do anything, my man.
Oh,
You're
please
And
so
when
do.
it come to KD low, it's no telling where this nigga's going, bro. That's how depressing it is for
bro,
me.
he going to Cleveland,
Zay
bro.
Why
Williams
you keep
out of
saying
here.
that?
Stop having hope in your heart.
Because
Stop.
because because if you're Cleveland, there is no and I Evan Mobley. I personally love Evan Mobley, bro. There is no way I have D Mitch playing the way that he playing, and I'm about to sit here and I still have Jared Allen on the roster, and I'm going to give up the opportunity to get this man to start winning immediately, bro. I love Evan Mobley, but he clearly is not going to turn into the player that they need him to turn into this year.
I agree, but don't you think
Yeah,
that
but you gotta have
what's
the
it called? The
eye.
Heat would be a good option as
Let's
well,
let's
other
keep
than the
this shit a
Lakers.
stack right now, bro. You know how many GMs don't have a unique eye to be able to see basketball the way a lot of us on this app do? Like them niggas don't, bro. Because if they did, nigga, Scotty Barnes would not be a fucking Raptor right now. So at the end of the day,
Oh
that's just
Oh
how
my
man,
this
God!
shit
Hey,
go.
chill out, chill out.
It's the truth, nigga. Niggas don't have that unique eye in the league just because they getting paid for the shit or they went to college or whatever. That shit don't mean shit. These niggas don't not have it. They don't be having what it takes to see the game the right way, bro. I mean, I wish you low, but I don't know, bro. I don't think the Cavs do it.
so who's trading for
That's
KD?
my whole point, nigga. Me being a Kevin Durant fan, I'm depressed as fuck. I don't fucking know.
Not
He's
gonna
I'll
coming
take the
lie.
home.
Bucks,
If
but they need
I'm
to
if
have
I'm New
Cole.
Orleans,
Halo, he's coming
I'm
back.
for sure looking at Ingram and who can I
New
package?
He's
Orleans.
coming home.
Herb
Bro,
He is
please
not.
don't
Jones.
He
talk
is
about Golden
not
State,
going
bro.
to
Please,
OKC. He's not going
you
back to OKC.
He's
don't do that,
coming
bro.
home, nigga.
But
He's coming home.
wait, Mustard, you just said it.
Yeah, New Orleans. I just said Brandon Ingram.
Ingram,
A
and who
package
else?
surrounded around Brandon Ingram.
And
I'm
who
And
in.
who
else?
else? That's the thing.
Not gonna lie, I don't
They
know because
said
Herb.
Herb
no, but
Jones.
they said no to that deal in the summer.
This is
Did they?
crazy as
That's my
It was
hell.
whole
like
point.
Oh yeah,
it
they
was
did
like
say no to
it was
This
that
is
like
my
Jalen
whole
Hey,
Brown
point,
deal
bro.
if
too.
you're Boston, would you
I don't
still
know.
do the Jalen Brown trade?
Oh yes, I would. What the fuck?
no, no,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
I would.
And
Why
Yes, yes,
not?
we
honestly,
Why
do.
would you
We do
not
that.
do
don't
it?
matter
Why
because
would you
I'm a
not do
Bucks
it?
fan. I don't
It
listen
keeps
to
you from not
all of
being
this.
a
It don't
completely
matter
bad
because
team
it's
and
coming
giving the
from
Rockets
Kyrie.
all your
All
assets.
of this does not matter.
Bro, if you're the first of all, why would you what are y'all hearing?
All of,
Speak,
all
You
of this
wouldn't
does
so
not
trade
Bro,
Jalen
these
matter.
dumb
Brown?
and
GMs
dumb
don't have the
repeatedly.
nuts to take the fucking risk, bro. They don't.
What risk? What is
They
the
gonna look
risk?
at this the future shit, bro. Oh, we giving up Kevin Durant. We getting KD for 3 more years at this level. But then after that, what the fuck do we have after he leaves?
Nigga, what do you have with Jalen Brown?
They gonna think they got
You
eight
trading
They
years,
got a
AD?
nigga. You
Trey
see
Palmer
that? They gonna
now.
think they got 8
8
years.
years of a 8 years of a number two?
Yeah, they got Tatum. He's
Oh
24.
wait, because I gotta record these videos, so I'm gonna just run off these names real quick. Are you trading Jalen Brown?
Yes.
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 No.
What?
Are you? Jeez, he said no. Are you trading Trey Young?
Oof. There's
Absolutely.
no need for that. The
This
Hawks,
year,
there's
maybe.
no
If
need.
it's based off of this year,
Uh,
probably. But in the future,
well,
no.
But the Hawks are not doing that though. There's
Would
no
you?
point.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not.
what
yeah,
I'm
I'm not
saying. In the
asking. I'm
future,
not
like
asking. They
no,
doing it. I'm asking you if you're the Hawks, would you trade Trey Young for Kevin Durant?
no,
no.
because we'd be in the exact same situation as the
Yeah,
Nets.
yeah, I
I would
wouldn't
say
do
no.
it. I
I'll
wouldn't
say
do it.
no.
Would
Well,
you? Are
DeJounte is
you?
that
I
nigga's
mean,
number two.
obviously, if I had a team already built in play that we could contend without Trey in replacement with Kevin Durant, I would do it.
Yeah, that's the way I
But
see it too.
that's
Yeah,
their
that's the
situation
way I
right
see it.
now.
Yeah.
All right. If you, I mean, okay. If are you trading Evan Mobley?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you trading Bam?
Oof.
Ooh.
No.
Not gonna
You trading
lie, I
Considering
Bam?
they
don't
have
know.
Dwayne
Would you
I
trade
Dedmon,
don't.
Trey
I
Young?
probably
Hey,
wouldn't
hey,
do that.
Lo, don't say Bam name ever again. No cap. Yeah, that's nasty. I don't know
I
why. No Why cap. would the Heat want to trade Bam for Katie? That's just. I don't know.
unless you
I
can
don't.
also connect for
That's
Nick
one of those.
Nash.
That's
and
one of
that and
those
that and that's
fits.
fair. I'm just asking. I'm just
Nah,
asking.
don't say his name ever again. No cap. Oh my
They
god.
wouldn't be able to win. They wouldn't be able to win with KD
Are
without
Would you
Bam.
you are
trade
you
Jimmy Butler?
trading are you trading both MPJ and Jamal Murray?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Well. Yes.
And Jamal
There's
Murray.
nothing to think about
Yes.
here.
Nigga,
There's nothing to
yes.
think
Yes.
about. You give them a couple
Okay,
picks. There's
yeah.
nothing you
Jokic
think
and
about.
KD is too
Yeah,
much to
I would do it.
But
pass
Aaron
up.
Gordon is already the second best player
Oh
anyway.
yeah. AG is there. Yeah. I would do that. Yeah.
All right.
But
Would
whoa,
you would you trade would you trade would you trade Paul George?
Yes.
yes, yes,
Oh, easily.
Yes.
Yes. Come
yeah.
on
The
now.
Clippers
Easily.
experiment is over. After Giannis dropping
Not even
54 on
gonna
their head
lie. I
tops,
might
it's
even trade
over.
Kawhi for that
Yeah, I
nigga.
might trade Kawhi ass. No cap.
Oh, of course you trading
Hey,
Kawhi.
after Giannis dicked him down, he
That's
has to
so
be traded.
nasty.
That nigga not playing no
That's
games.
so
Kawhi
I'm about to
nasty.
say I might even trade Kawhi, bro.
And if we're being honest with ourselves, obviously I think everybody would agree they traded Chris Paul and Ayton.
Hell yes.
And Aiden.
Absolutely.
Is that even possible? Wait. Is that even possible?
Yeah, he just became available for trade.
Oh wait,
No.
didn't he
The
sign a rookie
contract. That's
contract?
2 max niggas.
Chris Paul's no longer being paid 30. You might have to throw something a little bit more for Brooklyn, but
Probably
yeah.
Claxton. Probably throwing Claxton if anything.
Oh yeah, so I'll give you Claxton. Are you
Yeah. I'd do that
Oh
for
yeah,
sure. Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
It's a really good deal, actually.
I think that's probably it.
What about the Warriors? Because I know that's like a maybe thing, but I do think it might be
Oh
possible.
my
It might.
So
god.
Y'all
We
already
don't
know
Luka,
that
care.
could happen. Y'all know
We
that can
Luka,
don't
happen, bro. Y'all
If
know
you're
that.
telling
care.
me,
oh
if you're
man,
telling me they won't trade
Y'all
Clay
trying
to
to
the
beat around the
Warriors,
bush
you're
like that
lying.
I
can't
don't want
happen.
that
Come
shit
on
to
now.
happen, bro.
He's
It can
coming
definitely
home,
happen.
nigga. He's
I'm telling y'all,
coming
Jordan
home.
Poole, Moses
Come
Moody,
July,
Kaminga,
nigga.
Yeah,
Wiseman,
all them little
Jordan
Hey,
young
don't
Poole
win no
is
man.
conference.
gone,
Clay or
nigga.
Dre.
We're
They
on
got
that
a Wiggins
contract.
coming
He's
off the
coming home,
bench,
nigga.
dog. It's over, man.
He's
Wait,
coming
wouldn't
home.
Wiggins have to be in that deal?
Yeah, Wiggins will have to be in the deal, I
You'd
think.
have to trade either
Who
Clay. You'd have
cares
to
when
trade
KD's
Clay,
coming
Guys,
home,
Wiggins.
who
nigga?
cares? Who cares?
Who
That nigga's
cares,
getting
nigga?
Harrison
Boo.
Barnes
You already
replacement
won.
anyway.
Boo hoo.
I
I
ain't gonna
don't
lie.
care, nigga.
That Nuggets trade.
That
Nah,
nigga's
I don't
Bro,
want to
you
think
go
about it.
crazy.
glazing the white
KD and
man,
Jokic
Jokic
bro.
and
is
KD
That's
would be
looking
nasty.
nice.
ridiculous, bro.
That looks, nigga.
Because Bones also wants to leave as well.
Yeah, get
That's a
Bones out of there. Bones
Wait,
sucks,
what?
dog.
that's
Whoa,
a super
whoa.
team.
That's my guy. Chill out.
He sucks, dog.
Nigga,
He's
he
Bones
not.
sucks, dog.
ass.
How many
Bones is
picks do the
cement.
Nuggets have?
You know he's that.
What does Bones even do?
The Nuggets have
Hey
their
man, Mustard. If I
2024.
Sends
speak,
Tyrese Maxey.
Mustard. If I speak during Black History Month,
Oh,
you
let me
know.
see. The Nuggets have their 2024, 2026, 2028. Actually, I don't think some of these can't be traded because if they don't have their 2027, then
any of the 2020.
Hey, Lo, go look at Golden
Oh,
State stats.
Swiper Cam is here.
Hey, I know that this is kind of a reach, but do
Low,
you
go
think
look at the Dubs picks, please.
Please
I know
stop.
this is a reach, but do you
Go
think
look.
that the
I
Knicks
ain't gonna
could
lie.
trade
I
Kyrie
might.
back to the Suns?
No
Why y'all
cap.
asking Low? Low does not
I might
know.
have
He
to
does
take a.
not
I
know
might
what
have
he's
to take
talking
a
about with
couple
this.
minutes.
They only have
Yo,
one first round
Swiper, how
pick.
do you feel? You're about to have
Okay, that's why
KD,
I
Jokic,
was
and
looking at it,
Gordon.
and
Low,
I
learn
was
basketball.
jumping
Stop getting
like
cooked by a
odd.
ticket.
Wait, would you wait? Who are you giving? Who you getting? Who you giving up for KD?
Man, whoever you want outside of Jamal and Jokic. What you talking about?
Nigga said outside of
Outside
Outside of
of Jamal,
Jamal.
why are
Jamal,
you
Yo,
putting Jamal in there?
wow,
dude,
Yeah,
Jamal.
you,
Jamal's leaving
you
pop
don't.
Jamal out your
I
mouth,
mean,
bro.
you
This
can't.
You
No,
nigga
no,
is
you can't.
smoking the
No,
devil's
no.
lettuce,
you're
ladies and
Listen.
smoking. You're
gentlemen.
Y'all, Aaron
smoking
Gordon's
good
your
No,
smoke,
second best
look
dog.
here.
player,
Hey,
dog.
black people, listen to me. This is
Whoa.
the issue is giving up.
Bro, just say niggas,
No,
man.
I don't use that language with you and your children. You're 21 years old anyway. So
Oh my
listen.
God.
So when it comes to like this stuff,
Cook the
I've
fuck out of
said
here.
this many times that I think the Nuggets would be not dumb, but if you can do it, you got to do it. But I'm saying like in this situation, if you give them Bones, Porter, Zeke, plus whatever other assets you have, that's a different conversation. But if you give them Murray, you're playing a lineup with MPJ, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., and Jokic.
Oh,
So
no. Murray and MPJ.
no,
You have to
what?
package both. You can't you
That
can't
money
just give
doesn't
up
make
one.
any sense. Who are they? Who are
Swiper.
the Nets sending back that would make that money work? That wouldn't make any sense.
You have to probably throw in Clack. Well, not
Wait, no,
Claxton. But,
I'm gonna give him
You
a
guys
trade.
can
I'm gonna
take
give him
Joe
a trade.
Harris.
oh, you got it.
Jamal Murray, MPJ, Zeke, and Bones for KD and Claxton.
Heck no, I'm not gonna lie to you. No,
I,
Oh my
What?
God,
Yo,
you're
Nigga,
tweaking,
Nick
y'all have
Kenny.
no
Claxton as your
I
backup
backup.
think
center.
Nah,
yeah,
that's crazy.
you have to look at it like this too. I
That's a
think
championship to Denver.
the Nuggets would be very hesitant to give up a guaranteed core for KD. We don't know what KD's going to do. Player for player, if you knew he was going to win you 2 championships next 2 years, you do it easy. So that's not what I'm saying.
KD's on the books for the next
I
4
know, but is
years.
KD going to up and decide he wants to leave again? Like even though he's playing in a perfect situation, like you just don't
I'm
know
about to
that.
say that it's a better
No,
Yeah, but
I
situation.
agree, but
trading
KD
Jamal
would.
Bones leaves your point
Now
guard
he now
situation.
he's not going to have the same level of the thing that ended him in Warriors with the Warriors was the dumb comments the GM was making, and then obviously Draymond. Now he won't have any of that in Denver.
I don't even think that that's it,
What
Swiper.
do you think
Because
it
when you think
was?
about it,
Nigga said he won't have any of that. He's
the
coming
only
back to where
reason
he
that
belongs.
even
no,
happened
he's
is
not.
because he
Go
went to
ahead.
the fucking team that beat him, and they
Yes, he
went
is.
Yeah,
second
for
No, he's
game.
sure.
not.
That's
But
Bro.
yeah, going to Denver,
We just chatting. Swiper, would you take that trade?
I mean, I can't be on record saying this is recorded space.
Oh
Oh,
my
wow.
God.
No
Oh,
way.
wow.
he knows. He
Swiper, would
So
knows.
nasty.
you take that
Let me
trade?
put it this way: Kevin Durant at 36-6 on a 67% true shooting, next to a 25, 11, and 10 on 70% true shooting, with anchored by Nick Claxton. Yeah, bro, that's 3 titles, bro. So I mean,
3 titles.
yeah, that's 3 titles, bro. Yeah, the best player in the league.
Yeah, that's a dynasty.
Yeah,
I can't lie. That is the
that's
dynasty.
nuts.
Hey,
But
clip
I
that. Clip
don't
that,
think they
right?
would do it.
What do you mean clip that, nigga? It's your
Yeah,
space. It's
yeah.
recorded. Fuck.
Bro, the
Clip
NBA
that
is gonna
nigga, boy.
bro, the NBA is gonna shake up
Put the
like
tweet out.
crazy.
Swiper said he's trading
Y'all never
MPJ
heard me
and
say that. Y'all
Jamal
never heard
Murray.
me say it.
You imply
Yeah,
you
you
kind of
did.
implied
Yeah,
it.
you
What would
did.
y'all do? What would y'all do? Would y'all make that trade?
Yes,
Yes.
Of
everybody said
course.
yes in the chat.
Yes, and I'm
Absolutely.
not looking back.
Not even a question.
I mean, so what would the starting lineup look like then?
It'll be
Probably be Bruce, KD, Gordon, KCP, and
Oh my
Jokic.
god!
I will say this.
That is crazy.
I do not like the defense of
Like the
if that's the
defense,
starting five. I don't.
You don't
Bruce.
like the
This
defense?
nigga, this
Nigga, the
nigga
defense.
Jay,
What's wrong
this
with the
nigga Jay
defense?
is
What the
mad
hell?
that Giannis don't
I'm talking
got
about the
that,
back.
man.
I'm
There's
talking about
not
the
one
back.
weakness in that.
Yeah,
The defense has no weaknesses at that.
The back
Well,
shut up,
four.
Jokic will
shut
always
up,
be a
bitch
weakness.
ass
Jokic
nigga.
will
When
always be a
Giannis
Yeah,
weakness.
don't
Omo,
okay.
play,
you're
And
not
KD
talking
will be
about Steph Curry. You're
backside.
talking about
KD will
Jokic.
be backside.
Jokic will
Almost.
always be a weakness,
KD
dog.
will
He'll
be
no
always be a
way,
backside.
weakness.
there's
Almost.
no way
Stop
this
it.
nigga trying to take jabs at
I
Steph
know, I
Curry.
know, I
I'm
know,
just
I
talking about the
know.
Grow
front
up,
court.
The
Swiper.
only
Old ass nigga.
the only true weakness is that y'all probably won't have that much rim pressure because Murray's you don't know like actual rim pressure. But outside of that, bro, that is
I
by
think. I
far.
think playing with Jokic, Kevin Durant would have had the best rim pressure in his life, off of a handoff.
Wait. If they get Claxton as
If
well,
you
that would
really
improve
think
their
about,
front court.
he's not off the ball.
And
I mean,
Aaron
on the
Gordon
ball, off the
cutting?
dribble. Yeah, you're
I'm
right.
about to say Aaron
But in
Gordon
that
too.
handoff
Oh
with
my
Jokic, it would
god.
literally open
That
up.
Jokic
It
merchant?
would literally
Come on,
open
dude.
up. So that's what
Hey,
I'll say about
it's
that.
all good. He can be a Jokic merchant. Niggas still hooping, so it don't
Well,
matter.
I think the
Hey,
thing is,
to the, cause I gotta make this video. I gotta go make some money. To the
there you
people who
go.
in here, bro.
This nigga here, bro.
I ain't gonna
This is
lie, bro.
crazy.
Hey, that nigga Kyrie will be a Laker,
I don't think so.
dog.
I don't
And
think
if
so.
he's not,
You don't think so?
I
Where you
don't think
going
I don't
next?
think he's gonna be a Laker, bro.
Hey, yo, Lo, I have a
Where do you think
thumbnail
he'll
Hey,
ready
he's
with you
certainly
to
not
take
Wait,
pictures
re-signed.
already, my
He's
boy.
not resigning.
Swiper, where you going next?
Hey,
So
you think
the
Brooklyn? You think
rumor is
Brooklyn
right
would like
now.
Zach LaVine?
The rumor is
Hold on, Ash. Hold on, Ash. Wait, where
the
you going?
rumor is right now that the Timberwolves are looking at him. So that D'Angelo Russell plus I think it'd be Nas or it'd be Jaden or one of them. And then
No,
they
you're
have
trading
He is
Cat,
he
and then
is
they
nigga. What
Yeah,
the
have
they're
fuck are
getting
we
Kyrie
talking
for
about?
30 games, and then that
and then
You're
they
nigga's
trading
gone.
Cat for his
Yeah,
ass.
that
You are
contract is
no.
too big for
then
that nigga to
I think
not be
they
getting
have I
signed.
don't know I think they have one first left. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I think the Timberwolves are going to be on the action.
Do
I think the
they?
Miami Heat
Do they have a
maybe
first?
one. I don't remember exactly. But I know the Timberwolves. I know the Heat are going to be in it. There's one more team that I heard mentioned that's going to
The
be in
The
it.
Heat.
Mavs, the Mavs,
The
Somebody
Swiper.
told
Mavs. The Mavs are going to be
The
in there.
Mavs.
somebody just told me that the Heat can't really do it because what's the name has a poison pill on Tyler Hero.
Yeah, I think they would trade. They would
Ooh.
trade Lowry and assets though.
What's the assets?
Tyler can
No,
be
well they
traded
still
though.
have
Do
they
they
still have
not
their
have
picks.
draft
They
Tyler
still have
can
their
picks?
be
picks.
traded.
They
Yeah,
Tyler
still
don't
can
they
be
have
have
like a
traded.
couple
picks. That's what
firsts?
I'm saying.
Yeah,
All right, so y'all tell me which one is better. Russ and expiring Austin
Austin
Reeves
Reeves.
and two unprotected first
You
round picks
think
from the
that Jenny's
Lakers.
giving up
Nah, you gotta
Austin
give him
Reeves and two first? You're drunk, bro. You are drunk, Lo. That's
Yeah,
not happening.
yeah.
Man, y'all acting like
They're not
Austin
doing that.
Reeves is like, come on,
No,
get the
no,
fuck out of here
Jenny.
with
Austin
that.
Reeves
Jenny
can
is
do
not doing
well.
that. Y'all, not me. Jenny. She is not
That's
doing
what I
that.
be trying to tell these niggas,
You know
man.
what's
These
crazy?
people don't be
Nigga,
Lo, you
having,
have this
they don't be
belief that
having
like
the
the
nigga,
unique
Lakers are
Braun
eyes
and
You
to
said
Rob
do this
who?
shit,
Palinka
bro.
say
Listen,
she
I
should do
just
that
told,
shit.
I
She
That
ain't
told
gonna do
Braun
it.
pressure, that Braun pressure different, dog. I
I
don't know
want
what to
to be
tell you.
clear though. Nigga, you just said Nas Reed. Like they're not moving off because essentially they're just getting Nas Reed. Unless D'Angelo just signs an extension and stays, it's
Why
just
wouldn't
Nas
he? Yeah,
Reed.
why
Hey,
wouldn't he do
D'Lo
that though?
back to New Orleans to the
Bro,
Nets.
oh my God! Even if he does sign an extension and stays,
Plus assets
that's
and
not.
Nas Reed.
Oh
Yeah.
my
So what is
God.
so what are the picks though? What are the
I don't know.
picks?
I have to look it up, Flo. I don't just talk out of my butt
Yeah,
like
they don't even have any picks. That's
I
a
don't
They don't
fact.
know.
have. I'm looking at it right now. Swipe. They don't have
All
picks.
right, then they have some other
Swiper
assets.
don't
So
fuck with
that's
the
just one
Lakers,
team.
bro.
That's just
Swiper
one
just don't
team.
fuck with the Lakers. He
I
thinks
mean, no, the
anything
Lakers
the
can get him
Lakers is
too.
going to do.
But I'm saying Jenny has not wanted to give up those first round picks for anything. She had a chance this summer
For
to do the
Kyrie,
same. Yeah, remember she had a chance this summer to do the same deal for those two
And,
picks, and she didn't do them. But she might. She
and,
may do it.
and to be
Wes, the
fair,
that
only
is
reason you
Swiper,
want to
true.
do
you're
this because
That
right.
you
is
want
true.
Westbrook to be with the Nets. That's it.
No,
Anyway, Lo,
no,
go
no,
ahead.
no, no, no. To be
He
fair,
want
Swiper, you're right.
Russ out of LA. Period.
But when you're wait, Swiper, you're right. But to be fair, when you're in the 12th seed and you see the Western Conference really outside of Denver being as open as it is right
Don't
now,
disrespect
bro,
Memphis.
I'm
Please
stop
don't
Oh
it,
my
say.
stop,
Please
Nigga,
God.
don't
they're
please,
say.
mid. They're mid. They're
please
mid.
stop, please
You should have
stop.
They're
said
mid. They're
Sacramento.
mid.
That and I and KB, you said they mid.
Yes, they
They're
are.
mid. Memphis is.
And you saw wait, Tano, you saw that video I recorded, and I told you that team is
Yes,
mid. I
sir.
told you
I
that team
mean,
is
shit.
mid.
You
Yes,
right.
Oh,
nigga, they're
You
that
right,
mid.
that
nigga.
team is
You
mid.
right.
Yeah.
Nigga,
That team is
I'm
mid.
making a video on them too, nigga. The last 15 games, the
A
offense
big
is mid.
pack of meat.
Dylan Brooks cat like just
So
fouls,
the,
nigga.
the
Jared
Mavericks
Jackson
are
Jr.
interested in
fouls,
Kyrie,
nigga.
by the way.
It's
Wait,
just
so
it's a lot of
if
mid in
this
The
Memphis,
trade
fucking
man. Niggas don't
Pelicans
Low,
are
understand.
sinking.
low. The Mavericks are interested in Kyrie. Just wanted to
But
say.
what are the Mavericks? Everybody can be interested, but what are they giving up? Is it a
I
Spencer
mean,
Dinwiddie
they
trade?
got all their picks, don't they?
It's a Spencer Dinwiddie trade,
I mean, no, I'm just at don't doesn't Dallas have their picks?
and that's fair. But would you rather have two
Yes.
Laker picks in like the next 4 or 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
or three to four Mavericks picks while they're going to be contending all 3 or 4 of those years? Which one
No,
would you rather have?
you're right. You're right. I'd probably rather have Dallas for my agenda.
Now
So
they pushing hard though, low.
Yeah,
Stop
the only
muting.
reason they would do that is to
No, no,
spite
no.
Kyrie.
Look,
So
low. Look.
Tell
that's
Krillin to stop
nasty.
muting. First off, that the
Hey, how
Mavericks
about you shut the hell up,
the
old
Mavericks are
man?
not going to be contenders because
Shut the hell up, old man.
Luka
Go talk to
Doncic
your
is not going
kids.
to be there.
No,
So don't worry
listen
about
though.
Bro,
that.
it's
It's
two
the
Listen.
first
o'clock in
overall
the night.
pick.
The
It's three
Mavs are
p.m.,
pushing
bro.
hard, low.
Go
And the
talk
thing,
to
and
your
the thing I'm
kids. Go pick
hearing,
them up from school.
the thing I'm reading is that they
Hey,
giving
do you have a job yet,
they
Ash?
giving
I have
they giving
multiple.
up
Hold on,
What
wait. Let me
about
hear this
you?
nigga. Yo, let me hear Jay Will.
what
What
I
you
what
saying?
You
I
a
just
grown man. You in a space
this
at
nigga
3
ass,
p.m. What are
bro.
you doing, Swiper?
Hey, look, what I just read though was that the Mavs are trying to try to give up future picks, like not like the next 3-4 year picks. picks, like year 6, 7 picks. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I just read this.
I don't think the Mavs. Hold on, let me. Because I got to do this anyway for my video. Because I don't even think they had that many
Because they
picks
pushing
either.
really hard. I keep saying the Mavs strong as hell.
The Mavs don't got picks.
They can if they want to. I want to double check before I end this
And you
video.
know
So let me
Mark
give you
Cuban
some
gonna
facts.
extend this nigga. He got the money.
And look, I ain't gonna
Yeah,
But
they
the
hold
don't.
you.
Net- the Nets have
I
those
mean,
picks
he
Outgoing.
can
as
have the money,
is.
but if
They
Kyrie
don't
Hold
have
on,
the
wants
wait,
to,
wait.
pieces. The Lakers still have
Outgoing,
a better deal.
outgoing. Their 2023 first round pick is going to New York. This is the Dallas Mavericks. Their 2023 first round pick is going to New York, and the rest of these are just second round picks that are going out. So they don't have this year's pick. So it's going to have to be what, a 2025 in 2027 and
That's what
2029.
that's
So
what
that's
I
just
that's what I
one
read.
more
Yeah.
pick.
Kyrie is a Laker, bro. Kyrie's a Laker.
So that's one more pick than what the Lakers are going to give up.
Is that not better?
But it's probably not even going to be in the lottery like the Lakers pick is going to be.
It's better, but if they're contending the
But I
entire
think Kyrie
time,
next to Luka would be a
They not
better
gonna be
situation,
contending.
bro.
They not gonna be contending up to
Bro,
2027,
stop lying.
2029.
Kyrie next to
Hold on,
Luca
look.
instead of
They're not
Kyrie
gonna be
next to
contending
Kyrie
up to
LeBron and
Luca is
AD.
2027 and
is
Please stop
2029
it.
Kyrie
though.
Please
Luca is
stop
a
it.
W.
Who's dog?
Kyrie next to
but
LeBron and AD
I
is a
want to
better
wait.
situation.
If the
Y'all
concept is
can
that
hear
we're
me?
going to keep Luca, we're trying to keep
No,
Luca here
unfortunately, we
as
can't,
long as we
Wes.
possibly can. If we're keeping Luca here as long as we possibly can, and we're appeasing him because we're going to give him another star alongside him, why would they not
Okay,
be at
all right.
least a
Now
playoff team?
you're right about that, but the pushback will be Brooklyn is ignorant to not give Kyrie what he wants. So take a stupider deal. Take a lesser deal.
They are.
that's what I'm thinking, bro. Y'all keep saying
I think
Kyrie to the
Omo right
Lakers.
about that shit. Like I do
What if
think
they
that.
petty?
Yeah, they could pay him.
That's what
Remember
I
when
was
the Nets?
saying.
Remember when the Spurs didn't want to trade Kawhi to the Lakers,
Totally
even though that
different. The
was the
Spurs
obvious better
organization and
package.
the Lakers got history. Like they don't fuck with the Spurs don't fuck with the Lakers.
Yeah, but I'm
But that's what
saying
I'm
Joe
saying. That's
Tsai,
still
let's
But
a
just
it's
level of
listen to what I'm
pettiness, though.
saying.
That's petty.
Joe Tsai
Exposing the
cannot stand
idea of
Kyrie
them
Irving.
doing the
I'm gonna
same
put this
thing.
out there right now. He does not like this nigga. So I'm telling you this right now. He could do some shit. He could be some on some spiteful shit.
I mean, but
That's what I'm
I
Kyrie
thinking,
really
really.
believe
bro.
he could
Hold
do
on,
that.
hold on. Are you looking
Yeah.
But
spiteful by
besides
saying
that,
that?
though, no, you're right.
Hold
Let
on,
me
hold
let me
on,
You
hold
know,
on,
you
hold
notice
on,
how
hold
low and
on.
Real
quiet
quick,
does he?
man.
He realized he's like,
Hold
Well,
damn,
on, real
maybe
yeah,
quick,
this
real
nigga.
yeah.
quick,
I
real
think,
quick.
I think
Keep it focused.
y'all do got to remember.
Go
So I
for it,
know
go for it.
that's an example of the San Antonio LA thing. They have bad blood, but I do think to that point, to the fact that Kyrie did this before the season started, then now we're sitting in this. And again, I just want to paint this picture. The Nets could win the championship this year as constructed with how good they've been. Now KD's going to come back next week. Now I'm not. No, I
So
don't hear.
many
I don't hear. I
niggas
don't
put their
hear.
thumb down.
And
KD's
My
go,
coming
go,
back
God.
go,
next
go,
week.
go,
And they not winning no damn
go,
KD,
championship
I
like
don't
they
care.
Focus
I
on
supposed
don't
to.
care.
Kyrie.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
yeah,
This is
finish what you about
internal
to say. Finish
dialogue.
it. Finish it.
Internal dialogue. So if they believe that they're a championship contender right now, and when before KD went down, they were the best team in the East. And now in the middle of the season, Kyrie Irving, you're asking for a trade when we're at our lowest point, and you realize you can't carry because you're not a floor raiser.
Nigga,
And
what?
now that you're asking for a trade. Now you're asking for a trade. Yeah, Joe Tsai could absolutely
I'm
be like, you
asking
know
for a
what?
trade
You
because
ain't
you
going to the
niggas won't give
Lakers.
me the money that I'm asking for.
You
He
can go
did
to
get the money he
Toronto.
wanted
You can
Go to
No,
you can go
they
to
Toronto.
Toronto.
didn't reach an agreement
You
on
can
the
go to
extension.
Miami.
because
You
Kyrie
can
didn't
go to
like the
Dallas. We are
stipulations
not sticking
attached
to the
to it.
Lakers.
Okay,
That's why.
so that means that you
So
didn't give me
That's
what
the
I
money he
wanted, my
wanted.
nigga. Like
but
I don't
no,
give
that's
I don't give a
completely
fuck about the
reasonable why
money
they
you
didn't
wrote
pay
in.
Kyrie though.
If there are all these
Send him
incentives,
back to Boston.
if there are a
Actually,
thousand
don't.
incentives,
Yeah, they could do that
if there
too.
are a thousand
Actually, don't do that.
incentives, and the
Yep.
money,
And guess
Yeah,
what? This
all
oh
right,
is
my gosh,
and
like fuck my voice.
to be, yeah, I'm sorry, Wes, but I do got to go make this money.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness,
I'm
Jesus.
dead ass serious, bro. Come on, let's be honest with ourselves. A Kyrie Irving video, come on.
bro! You live in a
Hey, you already
you
know
live
the
in a
CPM finna go crazy for Kyrie
you
right
live
now,
in a
bro.
I'm not the
you
only
live in
one
a
seeing
high
the video
rise
right
in
now.
Roswell, bro. Stop telling people you in Atlanta. I know where you live, bro. Anyway, keep it moving.
Oh shit.
Oh wow, Jesus! I wish I could afford something like that, man. I'm poor.
What?
Look,
Yeah.
man.
They know?
I knew you was a broke nigga.
All I gotta say is, y'all are trying to kill my
no,
Laker dream,
low,
and I
low,
will
low.
not.
You got the best package. Straight up. The Lakers got the best package. We right. I'm
He
just giving
will
you a
be a
But
Laker
counter
you
by the
do
end of
have
to
the
the
year.
only way
He
it
wait.
will
won't
be a
happen.
Laker.
That's
J
all
Will,
I'm
J
doing.
Will,
The
J Will, J
only
Will,
way
J
it
Will.
won't happen is Joe Tsai being ignorant. That's all I'm saying.
J
But
Will,
you
J
still
Will,
got
J
the
Will,
right to have
listen,
hope
listen,
for
listen,
sure.
listen. They also the owner of the Nets, like you said,
Are
is
they are the
ignorant.
Lakers
And on
are they
top
the
of and
favorite
on
in the
top of
West if
that,
they get
Swiper,
Kyrie?
you hear me talking.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I
Yes.
still think if they
Oh
trade
yeah,
for
your
Kyrie
Nuggets is
though,
done. You
they
already
got to get
know.
Nuggets are
off
finished, dog.
Pat
Yeah,
Bev.
what's up,
It's
KB?
I,
gonna
You
be
already know
the
I
your
bubble
still
Nuggets
all
think
cooked
they
over
got
after
to
again.
that,
move Pat
Swiper.
Bev because they regardless they'll do the
Of
Yes.
job
course,
line
That's
up.
of
what I was
course.
saying.
So getting trading Kyrie, you got to get rid of Pat Bev in the process as well.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you want to package Austin Reeves when you want to get rid of that nigga Pat? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
get rid of
Because
Wait, wait.
you still have Schroeder, you still have Lonnie Walker, you still have LeBron, and you're getting another point guard in
But you
Kyrie.
might as well add that nigga
Hopefully,
Pat.
we can
Just
get
I
rid
Yeah,
of
want.
and,
Lonnie
and
Walker.
Hey,
and
Lo,
No,
and
no,
I
I
gave
just
you
you don't
some.
if
I
you don't
gave you
if
some
you don't
scoop,
if you
bro,
engaging
for
don't
your
users.
add
video.
that
There's no
I
point
gave
of.
you some scoop
There's
for your
no.
video.
Here,
Taking away
Make
Russ.
sure
You
KB,
you
can't
say
win
the
No,
KB,
shit.
don't
homie
tell
of
Lo
your
to
nigga
fuck.
Kyrie Irving is
KB,
Joe
how,
Miss
Side,
your
bitch.
video. Make
bro?
your
Hey,
video,
KD to
I
the
J-Will.
know all
Thunder,
you
by
gotta
the way.
mention
That
in
can
your
happen, by the
video.
Dennis,
way.
like, bro, if they can
Yeah,
pull off
mustard.
the
You're
trade,
drunk.
Hey,
hold
it
on, hold
can
on, hold
happen.
on.
Yeah,
If
don't
they can pull
sleep.
off the trade, it'll be Dennis, Kyrie, Bron, Rui, and AD. That's who's gonna close games, bro.
Yeah,
Wait, and let me and let me and let
not
me be and
Russ's
let me be
dumbass.
Bro,
clear.
he
Let me
would
be
be
clear about the
traded,
Austin
and
thing.
you sound
The only
retarded.
the only reason why
Steph
the only
stuck it
reason
up
why
the
I'm
other
saying that
night.
Austin
Clown ass niggas.
the only reason
Niggas
let me
kill
say this
me,
real quick.
bro. It's
Let me say this
always
real
a
quick.
dig at Russ.
The only reason why I'm putting in Austin Reeves so we can just get the trade done. But to answer Swiper's question, yes, nigga, your team will not be beating my team if we get this trade done, nigga. That fucking nigga out in Denver with them 3 MVPs will not see a fucking ring to go alongside it, nigga. Don't you dare worry, nigga. If y'all thought that I was toxic now, oh my god, nigga, trust me. Trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me. Y'all will not hear the end of it, nigga. That nigga out in Denver will not see a fucking finals appearance in his career. And I'm ending it on that note, nigga. You better hope and pray that nigga Kyrie won't. Y'all can't even sniff a fucking regular season win before we get Kyrie. God forbid the playoffs after. Don't you dare worry. Don't you dare worry, Swiper. Don't you fucking dare worry, nigga. Don't worry, nigga.